What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Alienware m18 with a 7900m gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're checking out Mafia The Old Country. And so far, this game has been kind of hard to run. I mean, it's not the worst looking game out there, but it's also not the best looking game out there either. So, it's one of those games that basically requires upscaling. So, I might just do with this what I did with the Asus G15 Advantage and just hit the auto detect, let it do that, and then we'll see what it can do. And then if anybody wants me to come back when there's not like 3 games that came out all at once, and I can come back and go through like all the settings just to see what it does, you can absolutely do that if you guys want. So without any more interruptions, we'll have to hop on into the game. Alright, unfortunately this game was a complete shit show once you actually get into it. I'd have killed the half frame times like we're getting in the menu here. But nope. It gets really poor FPS. I also tried turning it down to high, but unfortunately it just wasn't meant to be. So I got very little FPS or data on this. Didn't even bother with camera recorded stuff. I just decided when games are so unplayable, there's no point in showing it also that it's unplayable on camera. The recording isn't going to usually make it unplayable. But anyway, why don't we get into the game?
What are you thinking? Letting that old fool talk to you like that?
Fiqueira is harmless, but he does have a big mouth. We solve this problem, people will hear about it. That helps our business.
If this is about sending a message, I vote we beat him blind.
Only grown-ups get to vote, Cesare. Bandits, they camp up there in the hills, away from the roads.
They're like rats, always hiding.
They roam around from place to place. I lived up here when I was a boy. I know their haunts.
Do you actually know where you are going?
Stamutu. There's a clear trail here. Besides, these briganti are creatures of habit. I have an idea where they are.
Whatever you say.
Look here. This ruin, a good vantage spot on Fiqueira's farm. Let's try higher ground.
So now we're going to go ahead and drop down to high preset. And it keeps on turning that damn motion blur back on. But whatever. I can deal with it. It's not the end of the world. I wouldn't play with it normally, but it is there. But it doesn't affect FPS or anything. It just makes the game look not great, in my opinion. But now to the game.
What are you thinking? Letting that old fool talk to you like that?
Fiqueira is harmless, but he does have a big mouth. We solve this problem, people will hear about it. That helps our business.
If this is about sending a message, I vote we beat him blind.
Only grown-ups get to vote, Cesare. Bandits, they camp up there in the hills, away from the roads.
They're like rats, always hiding.
They roam around from place to place. I lived up here when I was a boy. I know their haunts.
Do you actually know where you are going?
Stamutu. There's a clear trail here. Besides, these briganti are creatures of habit. I have an idea where they are.
Whatever you say.
Look here. This ruin, a good vantage spot on Fiqueira's farm. Let's try higher ground.
Alright guys, that's a wrap for Mafia The Old Country on the Alienware m18 with the 7900M, and it was a real short one because that was basically unplayable. Like, I would actually rather play this game on the Allies than this. Yeah, it was getting like 50 FPS here and there, but that stutter was crazy. And it wasn't overheating this time, it was only at like 82 degrees. That's what I'm saying, I cannot figure out what makes that happen. But either way, I figured that's not fun, and if all you're gonna do is play on it itself, maybe you'll get lucky and yours doesn't do what mine does, but at the same time, if it does, you can always get a refund, I guess. But hopefully it will not do this at 1440, but we shall see in the next video. Either way, I wish I could actually gotten like a bunch of time of gameplay, but like I said before, too many games came out, especially to waste time on something that's basically unplayable. I don't think anyone would have fun playing like that. And I already, off camera, checked medium and low, and the FPS went up, but the stutters were the same. So I didn't bother getting any more footage of that. I was like, nope. If it would have all of a sudden gone up, we're all of a sudden smooth frame times once we drop down to medium. I was like, oh, cool, here's all you have to do. Sucks you have to drop down to medium on something like this, but it's what you gotta do. But no, nothing worked. So I figured that's stop. No point in getting camera recorded gameplay either. It's just a waste of time, as a lot of people were arguing. So, we'll just wrap up here and move on to 1440p and hope it does a little better there. But that's all for this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, Peace out, guys.